guide you and want to take you to where you need to be, man, you're one.
For sure. That's really dope, man. And I think this definitely resonates with someone. And then with that, you having to find your new group. How long after did you then get inspired to create Greatness Active Wear?
So first, like we got, I say when I go into that lone wolf phase where I want to, just grow myself, I found an association of entrepreneurs. So I got a chance to meet what it is to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I got a chance to know what it is to be a businessman, what it is to be a man of character, a man of integrity, and I had no idea what it is, a man of character. I didn't know what this stuff was. But because of my level of mental ambition, it was like, a friend of mine saw that, like, okay, let me come introduce you to these people.
Yeah.
And they introduced me to entrepreneur couple who were the exact, replica of what it is to be a person of a character, a person of integrity.
Yeah.
What it is to have a good family life. Because if you look at us, our culture, we don't really have that family life.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious back home, there's no such thing as love. Love is there, but it's like nobody's going to express it.
Yeah.
How often is it that our parents go, hey, I love you, kid. I love you. I love you, my son, my daughter. I love you. We'll give you a kiss on your forehead. That's you'll never see that.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So it was like going there and meeting them and seeing them, how they express their love to the kids. How my male mentor was to his wife. How his wife was to him. It was like, I never saw that before.
Yeah.
So getting a chance to chat with them, get an understanding of their mindset, get an understanding what it is to really be a businessman, what it is to be a man of character, a man of integrity. It was something I never seen before, and that really just gave me a different perspective of what it is to, make an impact into what success really is.
Yeah.
And that day when I had that meeting with them, I'm very faithful. I love, give God praise for everything that He's done in my life.
Yeah.
And after that meeting, I remember I was walking down to Crown area.
Yeah.
Docklands.
Yeah.
And I had, $60 in my pocket. And because of that experience, it was like that. Many times I prayed to God, okay, bring people into my life. Okay, I want to accomplish this, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
And God provided me that how. He put those people in front of me. And I just felt like I knew it was a message from God. I felt a level of blissfulness. I felt, because I was coming from a depression.
Yeah.
Everything was great. Felt like the world was great. Felt like smiling. I didn't really want to smile like that. But getting out of that, their apartment, just walking around the city, everything felt bright. So I had $60 in my pocket. I just went to some homeless people around the streets, gave them $20. Went to find another one, gave them 20. Found another one, gave them another 20. Because I felt like that moment I had to give back to the world.
Yeah.
I have to give back because God just, gave me that sign that I needed.
Man.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Even like listening to that, like I was like actually like, it's so cool to hear that you knew this was a special moment that
absolutely.
you're still on right now.
Yeah.
And it's, let you to, be a part of this, to talk about that.
Absolutely. Like the brand?
Yeah. But like just even like having that experience and knowing that like this is the start of something that is made for me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you found something and you saw the opportunity that was there that God, gave you and you took it and that's amazing, man. Yeah. So with that being said, you realizing that this is what you want to do, you found the right people. Yeah. What were the next steps? Were you then were you educating yourself? Were you around the people that were teaching you? What was your next step after that?
It was all that, educating myself, and they had an association that was on every Monday and also Friday nights, Monday nights, Friday nights.
Yeah.
And it was just in that association, we get an overview of what it is to me being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Give us insights, sometimes, talk about different type of books, how it impact people. And I was there for about 4 years. One association is every Monday. Another association is every Friday. I've never missed one. Actually, I missed one. I'm not going to lie. I missed one. Well, it was because some dumb shit happened. But I missed one. But in the spirit of 4 years, because I understood the fact that me being there is me growing myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was there, but mentally I'm not there because I was still trying to go through my grow at that childish phase of mine where it was, where I felt like, I didn't believe in myself. So I'm like, I question every time I was there. I was like, man, do I really belong here? All these smart people, all these doctors, all these engineers, all these,
that's
high accomplished business people. Do I need to be here?
How do they treat you though? Because that's definitely something
love,
that you,
bro.
because that's just your mind playing tricks on you. But then like that environment would have just been really welcoming because everyone that is where they are now would have started off ignorant.
Absolutely.
And not knowing anything, but then I think they would have felt the exact same way.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah. But it's so cool that they, were, as you say, welcoming and loving and so supportive.
Yeah, and it was like it was an environment I never been to before.
Yeah.
Zero negativity. Everyone is there to help each other, uplift, and it was like these are the stuff we were learning. There are things that people pay $3,000, $4,000 for.
Yeah.
And I'm just there. I just pay entrance. It's like for a build. That's it. And these people are coaching me and mentoring me and teaching me characteristics of what it is to be a real man in this world.
Yeah.
A lot of times society is giving us false, understanding what it is to be a man, what it is to be a woman.
Yeah.
But they give us a real insight. They gave me. I was like, man, okay, I never really learned this.
Yeah.
I've identified areas in my life that I can grow. Because they used to tell us these things like we have, sections of, things that we know, things that we know that we don't know. And then there's things that we know that we don't know that we don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a sense of you don't know that you don't know this. And going there, I was like, damn, I didn't know that about myself.
Yeah,
I didn't know that existed. So it exposed me to a whole different perspective, not only of the world, but also of myself,
Yeah. And that would have also given you that push that you needed because you also had a creative mentality your whole time, and but you also were doubting yourself. But it's good that you were around the people that were like, man, like, this is, you should be going for owning something of your own.
Yeah.
You should be trying to go for something. You should be trying to be as creative as possible.
Yeah.
So it's good that you were around those people.
Absolutely, man.
And that's why, you created this. So let's get into that. Having that would have helped a lot for you to realize that, okay, there's no way that I can't go and pull this off now.
Yeah.
So what got you into starting that?
Yeah.
And what was the motivation?
I'll say, I think one more thing before we move on to this question. I'll say another thing that really grew me in that association was the books that they gave me.
Okay, let's talk about that.
A different level of books that I never got exposed to before in my life.
Yeah.
In high school, I wasn't a reader. I never finished one book. I used to go watch a movie about it or just read notes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was never me. Nobody told me, "Hey, yo, read this book." I'm like, me read? Are you crazy? But they gave me a book to read, and I read that book, and it really changed a different perspective of how I saw the world.
What was the first book they gave you?
The first book they gave me was Business of the 21st Century, and then The Compound Effect.
Yeah.
And it's like, reading those books, like, man, I never really, saw the world like this.
Yeah.
And then from there, they gave me books. And then from there on, I developed a passion for reading.
Yeah. One thing as well is when I kind of got into it as well myself, I always thought that books were given as a punishment.
Facts, bro.
You know what I mean? I actually literally, because in high school, I don't know, I think I just wasn't, paying enough attention or just wasn't focusing as much. So I didn't really like high school as much because I was too busy trying to be a class clown. And that's what I thought my purpose was, just to be a class clown and not worry about whatever. But also I think maybe the books that we were given weren't something that I was interested in. So I probably seen that like I couldn't read or I just didn't even care for it, which I didn't care for it, but I think it just made me look like I couldn't read.
Nice.
But then what happened was I think, reading biographies, after high school of people that I really admired and realizing, oh, wow, like this is actually an interesting book. Like books are actually very interesting, and I'm reading someone's life, and there's all types of books, but it's just important to find the book that's for you. And that's what kind of got me to love books again.
Absolutely,
to love books for the first time. But it's cool that you've had that same shift with books and all that. So it's cool that you read that book. What was what other books did you read?
So I read many books, man. It's I say my favorite one is called Mindset.
Yeah, okay.
It's by a psychologist called Carol Dweck.
And
she's talks about a different type of people who have a fixed mindset and like a growth mindset.
Yeah.
It's like we live in this world. Those who have a fixed mindset is like, okay, I'm good at one thing. I'm just gonna stay good at that. I don't learn anything new. I'm just gonna be. That's my thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But the more people with the growth mindset is like, okay, I may be shit at it, but I'm gonna find a way to grow and become better at it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And reading that, I got it gave me a perspective of who I was, how I thought, how my mind worked.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I realized that I was more of, a lot of the time was a fixed mindset. You know, I was like, I didn't believe in myself. I felt like, okay, I'm a pep because